But tonight we wrap up our series explaining the unexplained. Earlier this week, TV6's Gabrielle Mays looked for evidence of paranormal activity in Calumet. And tonight, TV6's Dustin Bonk joins the investigation in Marquette with paranormal researchers from Northern Michigan University.
NMU's paranormal research team is a small but growing organization that traveled to nearly every major haunted location across the UP. I met with the PRT to learn about some hauntings right in their own backyard.
Perry's probably the most popular. He's one of my group favorites. Honestly, every time I go into TFA, I say, "Hey, Perry."
Perry was a janitor at NMU for more than 30 years until he died of a heart attack in the elevator of the Thomas Fine Arts building in the 80s. Since then, there have been numerous reports of rolling garbage cans and closing doors, and even sightings in the Forrest Roberts Theater during plays. But all unusual activity has always been harmless.
He's just a nice, goofy guy who likes to play pranks.
The PRT and I met again to conduct our own investigation elsewhere around Marquette, the Landmark Inn. The first step of any investigation is to hear the stories from witnesses.
The story is of a librarian named Mary. The story is that she roams the 6th floor looking for her lost love.
Mary focuses on the Lilac Room. Over the years, guests and employees have reported things like phone calls to the front desk when the room is unoccupied or men having trouble unlocking the door. So we set up the equipment and got ready. The body is the first tool to detect unusual activity, but the PRT uses instruments like thermometers, electronic magnetic field detectors, and recording equipment to quantify the evidence.
We won't necessarily claim anything as haunted unless we have scientific evidence, because we are a scientific group.
We split into 2 groups and recorded our voices as a control.
Dustin.
Megan.
Then turned out the lights, turned on the laser grid, and began to ask questions.
When we were talking to Michelle, she said your name was Mary. Is that true?
We awaited responses, but there was none.
After 20 minutes, Group 1 is finished. So far, no anomalous readings, but let's see what Group 2 discovers.
Group 2 conducted a near-identical investigation, but the results were the same. From here, the PRT reviews the recorded evidence for paranormal phenomena and look forward to a second attempt to meet Mary in the Lilac Room in the future. Dustin Bonk, TV6 News, Marquette.